Hey, how's it going? Looking very American with my baseball hat on from a bicycle shop in North Carolina. And my Velocity t-shirt there, Velocity rims. Got a Velocity rim on my wheel building paraphernalia. And I do a little, I do a little wheel building every now and again. And this whole Joe's Velosophy today is about connection and the circle of life. Wheels work right into that. A couple of weeks ago, I had a friend here staying from Australia, and we worked together in a bike shop in New York many years ago, 25, 30 years ago. And he was a triathlete, and he rode bikes in a proper kind of way, whereas I just came off a couple of tours, and I was doing all this long distance touring with big thighs and knees that were hurting all the time. And he told me, "What are you doing?" I bought my first road bike, and we went out riding. And he just looked at the way I was riding my things, and my friend's name is Jeremy, and Jeremy said, "Joe, you got these big honking thighs, but you can't walk up a set of stairs, and that's because you're riding the bike all wrong." So he helped me in that way, and then also he helped me many other ways. Mechanics, he was a very fastidious mechanic, and taught me how to be a mechanic and how to ride a bike properly. And it was really great because I had been working in the bike shop for a couple of years, and I knew a few basics, and I knew my mechanics pretty well. But he just taught me this precision, and it was that human contact that was quite nice. I had just come back from my second long tour. First one was that 3.5 year tour that I wound up in Asia, and this one was a year and a half around Turkey and Europe, Eastern and Western Europe. And so I made a lot of great connections on that European tour, and it's all about connections and the circle of life and all these things. Circle. That wheel's still spinning, like the world is still spinning that we're on. And with all this technology input, everything trying to keep us connected, but we have so many ways of being connected that we're actually disconnected. I just spent time in New York, and in the olden days, I would call and say to a friend, "Okay, I'll meet you 10 o'clock in front of the diner," and that sufficed. Now it was either WhatsApp, Telegram, Signal, send me an email. Oh, email. Ooh, that's almost passe now. Just a phone message. I had a mobile phone, but it's from France, so my SIM card didn't work, so I had to get a Wi-Fi connection. And it was an absolute nightmare in this age of communication to actually keep in touch. So my friend Jeremy came after I had come back from that American tour for the 5 weeks, and it was nice because I hadn't seen Jeremy in 24 years, and he taught me how to build a wheel. He taught me, like I said, many other things about mechanics and even riding a bike. And the wheel building thing is significant to this whole philosophy here because basically it's about these connections, the circle of life, and how we all interconnect with each other, and how important it is to keep those connections alive in reality, not in the way that big business and technology wants us to think we're connected, because there's no money to be made in true connections of the human form. How we stay connected. We give each other a hug. We have the conversation, and we don't need WhatsApp, or we don't need anything else to continue on this wheel of life we're on. And so I was sitting at the table. My son was there. My daughter was there. Her boyfriend was there. And Jeremy, my wife, we were sitting down talking, and we were just talking about, how when we met, and I had these big thighs, and I couldn't walk upstairs, and Jeremy laughed and said, "Yeah," he goes, "I remember I taught you how to build wheels." I said, "That's pretty funny, Jeremy, because you taught me how to build wheels, and I taught Louis how to build wheels." And Louis smiled and said, "Yeah, he's a technician now in a bike shop, and he's worked for a World Cup downhill team, and he's those skills that I handed to him." Mechanic skills, wheel building skills, and even my wife was at the table, and I even taught her to build wheels. She hadn't built a wheel in a while, but that was all. So there was Jeremy, me. I taught my son, and then my daughter's boyfriend Hugo, Francesca is my daughter. Hugo's her boyfriend. He chimed in and said, "Actually, Louis taught me how to build wheels." And so there we were sitting at this table, a few different generations of people, all affected by this nice circle of life, this handing down of knowledge, this beautiful interaction that we didn't need internet, and we didn't need telephones, and we didn't need WhatsApp. We were all sitting around the table, and even Jeremy's voyage to get here was all kind of of course we used modern technology to get in touch, but in the olden days we kept in touch for 24 years, and I kept in touch for over 30 years, and I kept in touch with lots of my friends around the world, and a phone call will suffice. So we didn't do a phone call, but we didn't really do much back and forth. It's like, Jeremy, here's where I live. Here's the airport closest to me. Get on a flight. We'll pick you up at the airport. And kind of that was it, and we did that. And I wasn't even here the day he came. I was working up north, and my son picked him up. My son, whom he never met, but in essence, Jeremy taught him how to build wheels through me. I was the middleman. So it was that great connection. My son picks up Jeremy at the train station, and they're talking bikes, and they're talking, mechanics, and Louis is talking to the guy who kind of, in a way, helped him along his road to being a technician and finding his passion in life, which is working, riding, fixing bikes. Jeremy was a keen athlete, still does a lot of riding, as do I, and as do lots of us. And so there we go. That circle of life continues. That spinning wheel, that spinning earth, everything that we hold dear to us and true to us is that those real connections, those human moments, and that we don't need the big tech companies to keep us in contact. We don't need big business and big corporations keeping us spinning in this wonderful, beautiful world that we live in, and that bicycle is a part of it. And it could be knitting, and it could be making bread, it could be any skill we hand down to someone else. Those are the circles of life that keep on going. So keep on spinning on that planet, and if you have the desire, learn how to build a wheel, learn how to ride a bike if you don't know how to ride a bike already, and just get in touch with those basic human needs we have. Contact, real human contact, getting out in nature, riding a bike, taking a walk, taking a hike, and that's what Joe's Velosophy and this whole channel and this whole world is about. So if you do like what I do on this channel, share it with a friend. It's like I'm not trying to reach millions, but I'm just trying to get some good positive vibes out there in this world, because we could surely need it. And my life is full of good vibes. I hope your life is full of good vibes as well. Take care, and until my next philosophizing moments, I hope you stay well and keep on spinning. Bye for now.